Hello and welcome. This is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion for Thursday, January the 6th. Today we continue to read in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 23. Today we will be picking up from verses 13 through 24. Here's the word of the Lord. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You travel over land and sea to win a single convert, and when you have succeeded, you make them twice as much as a child of hell as you are. Woe to you, blind guides! You say, if anyone swears by the temple, it means nothing. But if anyone who swears by the gold of the temple is bound by that oath. You blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that makes the gold sacred? You also say, if anyone swears by the altar, it means nothing. But if anyone who swears by the gift on the altar is bound by that oath. You blind men, which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? Therefore, anyone who swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it. And anyone who swears by the temple swears by it and by the one who dwells in it. And anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne and by the one who sat on it. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give a tenth of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former. You blind guides! You strain out a gnat, but swallow a camel. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today is titled The More Important Matters, and it's written by Loda Ruiz. Here's what Loda writes. The church has been tagged as a bunch of hypocrites. Growing up in the church, I saw many people hurt, from pastors to members, for different reasons. Most of this happens when we neglect the most important matters of the law. I know from my own experience that it is so hard to apply the law with a heart of justice, mercy, and faithfulness. There is this readiness to apply the law because it makes us feel righteous. But the spirit of the law is to see God's people with compassion. We need to be aware of the law, but still be prompted for justice, mercy, and faithfulness. Our readiness comes from God's purpose and priorities. How can I be aware of the law without forgetting that my heart belongs to God, not to the law by itself? It is important to know the law, but what needs to resonate deep in my heart is God's higher purpose of love, which seeks justice, mercy, and faithfulness. Those are the mechanisms that will draw others to Him and the law. The hymn is Deeper, Deeper by Charles P. Jones. Deeper, higher, every day in Jesus, till all conflicts pass, find me conqueror and in His own image perfected at last. And from Luke chapter 6, verse 36, be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. And that is your daily devotion for January 6th, Thursday. Have a blessed day.